We're going to get started. Senate will please come to order. My pleasure to welcome for this morning's devotional exercise at the end of the week, Reverend Peter Plaggi of the Waterbury Congregational Church. Welcome, Reverend.
And it's great to be back, to see you all in person. I suppose, like me, you are all ready to be done with seeing everybody on little touch screens. Almost every conversation that I've had recently eventually ends up on the topic of Ukraine. I suppose because it is such a conundrum. Conundrum or not, I can't help but reflect on the words of the former ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul, just after this whole thing began. He said, "We've got to stand up to evil. Let's just be clear. Let's call it what it is. We've got to stand up. There is right and wrong in the world. There is good and evil in the world. My government and my country sometimes has been on the wrong side of this. Let's be honest about that. But here, now, there is right and wrong." This seems important to us everyday folk. Maybe some of you can or will be involved in some kind of political resolution, but for most of us who can only give a little bit of our money to relief organizations, what else can we do? A friend recently sent me an email titled 5 Poems for Ukraine. They were written by a Buddhist named Kim Stafford. When Stafford publishes his poetry, he quite often does so with a prompt, with the occasion for which that poem was written. It seems that this poem I want to share with you is prompted by the similar question: what can a poet do? What are words, he asked, compared to bombs? So this poem is called Compassion for Ukraine, Daily Tonglen. And it begins with an inscription. For Oleg in Odessa, Irina in Kiev, greet Shu, Rina, Eve, Victress, Vegan, Fiona, Josie, Shell, Yesh, Zeb, Hannah, Hamish, Faith. We gather online because we are far away. After the bell, as one Sangha, we sit in silence. On the screen, we see each other. Before we close our eyes to inhale terror, fear, the visions we have seen of suffering so it burns, sears the soul, tears open the heart. But then we exhale compassion, sending our human healing mist of kinship to every being, to the child running, the mother reaching, the soldier who hesitates, then raises the barrel just in time so the bullets fly high over their heads. Tonglen, referred to in the title of his poem, is the Buddhist practice of connecting with and through suffering, our own and that which is around us. It is a practice of breathing for the other so that it awakens compassion within and lays bare the root of human dignity. Stafford concludes his poem with a prayer, which will be my conclusion as well. May those frightened cease to be afraid, and may those who are bound be free. May the powerless find power, and may people think of befriending one another. May those who find themselves in wilderness, the children, the aged, the unprotected, be guarded by beneficent beings. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. That was wonderful. Are there any announcements this morning? The senator from Windham is recognized.
Madam President, I'm just going to request a short recess. I see that we still have quite a few senators missing. Just take a 3-minute recess.